Hello everyone, and thank you for your interest in applying for the Clinical Pearls presentation. In this video, we'll go over the submission instructions for the second National Clinical Pearls competition as part of the second annual meeting of the Saudi Society of Clinical Pharmacy that will take place on September 1st to 3rd, 2022. This activity aims to provide an opportunity to all clinical pharmacy professionals, including early career practitioners, residents, interns, and students with the supervision of clinical pharmacy preceptor to share their experience with an insightful and challenging patient case that they have encountered recently. Clinical Pearls presentation is very short and direct to the point presentation, highlighting a novel aspect of a disease state's medical management with a summarized literature review of relevant clinical studies. Each presenter will have 7 minutes to cover the presentation topic with a take-home message to the audience. The presentation is very simple. It could be a patient case presentation or a disease state presentation that you have presented previously and would like to share it with a bigger group at a large clinical pharmacy conference, or a new patient case or disease state that have emerging evidence that you would like to summarize for your colleagues. This is an example of Clinical Pearls presentation. The presentation is composed of 9 slides. Although we do not require a specific limit for the number of slides, but we encourage that you take into consideration that your presentation does not exceed 7 minutes in total. The presentation usually starts with an intro slide that highlights the topic of the presentation, with the presenter's information including his or her name, credentials, and affiliation. The second slide should list the learning objectives, illustrating the main points the audience should get out of this presentation. The learning objectives should follow Bloom's taxonomy structure of creating learning objectives. Next, the patient case or disease state discussion should start with the background information and a general overview with some clinical definitions if needed. Then the presenter should focus on the clinical issue and discuss the reasoning behind its novelty. Afterward, the presenter should summarize the clinical evidence supporting the recommended medical management. Then provide some clinical pearls that clinical pharmacists should consider when dealing with such patient case or disease state. Again, this is a fantastic opportunity for all clinical pharmacy professionals to effectively participate in the second annual meeting of the Saudi Society of Clinical Pharmacy and enrich a scientific program. It is also a great chance to represent the advanced clinical pharmacy services provided at your institution. To do so, all you need to do is submit your Clinical Pearls abstract through the link shared by the SSCP social media accounts by August 1st. The organizing committee will review your submission and inform you about their decision soon after the deadline. The evaluation of the submitted abstract will be based on multiple factors, including the novelty and innovation of the Clinical Pearls topic, its usefulness, practicality of the presented medical treatment, and applicability to clinical practice. At the end, we encourage all healthcare institutions throughout the kingdom to support their staff to participate in this activity and represent the advanced clinical pharmacy services at their institution. Thank you so much for listening to this guidance video and for your continuous help and participation in advancing the clinical pharmacy profession in the kingdom. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us at clinicalpearls@sscb.org.sa. Best of luck in this competition.